Hi, it's Pip Mackay here, and I thought I would choose this special place, Tower Hill, to talk with you about the shadow archetypes of Halloween. So there used to be a castle behind me, but unfortunately now there's just a really ugly block of flats, but them's the breaks. But still Tower Hill has still a bit of atmospheric stuff going on. So, and there's lots of bats here. So I thought I would choose this to talk about Halloween. So, why would we want to know about Halloween? I mean, a lot of people think that Halloween's just a lot of American hype. But in fact, Halloween is very ancient. It was Celtic New Year. And it was the time when the old year died and the new year began. So at that time in Halloween, the Celts believed that the veil between this world and the other world was thin, and therefore you could be visited by ghosts of the past, dead people, monsters, goblins, fairies, which is another name for fairies, or the Seelie Cots. And they might come and visit you because the veil was thinner, which is kind of exciting. And the idea was that you dressed up as the thing that you were most afraid of. And because you dressed up as it and you'd entered into it, it no longer held fear for you, and you were able to transform your fear into laughter and joy and mirth, and therefore get rid of the ghosts of the past so that you could have your new year as a fresh, clean slate. So let's look at some of the shadow archetypes, some of my favourites. So of course there's the vampire, and we've seen a big resurgence of the vampire with Twilight and lots of other teen kind of flicks. But basically the vampire is that person who sucks your emotional energy. So people who do a lot of poor me can be very, very vampire-like on your energy, and you might find yourself really wanting to stay away from those people, or feeling very uncomfortable around those people and feeling drained at the end of being with those people. So that is what the vampire really is. It's actually the shadow of the lovers, because the vampire sucks blood instead of giving life by, procreating and having new babies born and making love. They're actually stealing life. So that's the vampire. And then you've got the monster. I don't know whether you've ever found yourself behaving in a way that is a little bit monstrous, and you feel perhaps that you are like Frankenstein's monster, made up of the bits and pieces of other people, dead people. So you might sometimes feel like you've got programming from others, you've been negatively influenced by others, and you might feel that you're created by bits and pieces. I just saw a bat, how cool is that? Bits and pieces of others. So, it's great to use something like matrix therapies to clear that negative influence so you can step into yourself. So you might want to dress up as a monster for Halloween to get rid of that, to enter into it and laugh it off. Or it might be the witch, so you might find that you're a bit of a bitch, or other people are a bit of a bitch to you, and they're just selfish and they want to manipulate you. A witch or a warlock want to manipulate you for their own ends instead of for somebody else's good. So that might be the witch or the bitch. And then, of course, there's the ghost, which is pretty obvious. That's ghosts of the past, things you haven't been able to let go of that keep haunting you. Oh, no. Or the skeleton in the cupboard. That's a part of you that you haven't looked at, and it's rotted away and become this scary thing in the cupboard, and it needs you to open up the doors so that you can shed some light on some of those inner demons, which brings us to, of course, the devil and the she-devil, which is where you find yourself giving into the lesser parts of yourself. It might be addictions, it might be lust, it might be any of the 7 deadly sins, gluttony, chocolate, whatever. So you might find you want to get rid of some of those things where you feel out of control and something is controlling you, which, comes from the tradition of fast, where you've sold your soul for something that you want. So these are some of the classic Halloween shadow archetypes. And it's a really great ritual to dress up as those shadow archetypes and be silly and have fun and purge them, have a cathartic experience where you get them out of your system so you're ready for the new year. One of the rituals that we used to do around Halloween is write all the things you don't want on a piece of paper and burn it. And as you see the smoke going up from your burnt pieces of paper, you make your wishes, your visions, your desires for the new year. Or you can even put cloves into an apple. So an apple is a female phallic symbol. If you're wondering why, just cut an apple in half and have a look. And then cloves are the symbol of a male masculine symbol. So again, just look at a clove closely and see what it reminds you of. Won't be too graphic. And you actually pierce the apple with cloves, maybe in a different symbol like a rune or whatever sort of symbols that you're interested in, and you throw them into the ocean. So what this means is it's the masculine and the feminine of you coming together to produce something that you want for the new year. So then the next day, on All Saints' Day, you might throw that apple into the ocean and have it that seed carried out into the depths of your unconscious mind to be planted and to grow roots and to create something new for yourself in the new year, whether that's love or financial abundance or empowerment or health or whatever it is that you're searching for. So from now on, instead of looking at Halloween as some sort of commercial ritual, you can actually understand the deeper psychological attraction of Halloween and some of the symbols, and how we've had ghost stories and we've had vampire stories long before any movies or popular books. They've been around for centuries because they speak to something deep in our psyche, and it's fun to understand what's going on in there so that you can use that to help empower yourself. So I hope you enjoy that. That's my little Halloween moment for you, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. Bye.